Okay, here we're going to differentiate, which is the function r of t, and we're going to use the product rule. So we're going to call the first term f, and then we're going to call the second term g. So the first step is we're going to rewrite now, well, not rewrite, we're going to say that f represents t plus e to the t. And we know that g is going to equal 4 minus the square root of t. Now we're going to find the derivative of both of them. So we have f prime, which is going to equal 1 plus e to the t. And g prime is going to equal, recall here, this is the same thing as 4 minus t to the 1/2. So the derivative is going to be negative 1/2 t to the negative 1/2. Okay, so now in step 3, we want to be able to find the derivative of this function using the product rule. So the product rule tells us that we're going to take the function f, multiply it by the derivative of g, plus the derivative of f times the function g. So we know that f is equal to t plus e to the t times g prime, which is negative 1/2 t to the negative 1/2, plus the derivative of f is 1 plus e to the t times g, which is 4 minus the square root of t. So let's go ahead and distribute. So when we distribute, we know that this exponent is actually 1 for t, so we're going to call that 2 over 2, because when we multiply that, we're going to add our exponents. So we get negative 1/2 t, well, 2 over 2 plus negative 1/2 is going to be positive 1/2. And then we have negative 1/2 t to the negative 1/2 e to the t. And then we're going to go ahead and distribute. So 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times negative square root of t is minus the square root of t. Okay, let me write that. So we have 4 minus the square root of t. And then 4 times e to the t is plus 4e to the t. And then minus the square root of t times e to the t. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and combine like terms and rewrite everything in its radical form. So let's write everything in radical form. So we have negative 1/2 times the square root of t minus, we have e to the t over 2 times the square root of t plus 4 minus the square root of t plus 4e to the t minus the square root of t e to the t. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and now combine like terms. So the first thing we're going to do is write our first term, which is 4. And then the second term we will say plus 4e to the t. Okay, so now we're going to combine like terms here and here. So this is the same thing as 2 over 2. So when we combine those and add those together, they're like terms. So we're going to get minus 3 over 2 times the square root of t. And the next term is minus the square root of t e to the t. And then the last term is minus e to the t over 2 times the square root of t. And so therefore that represents the derivative of this function.